Acknowledge me.
Yes, indeed, acknowledge him. Acknowledge that man. Our tribal chief Roman Reigns has been killing it as the Universal Champion. Throughout his reign, he has faced against the very best in the business and smashed every single one. But it wasn't always easy for the head of the table, who had to put up with some of the most challenging title defenses of his career. So among those defenses, which has been the best? Well, let's find out as we rank every Roman Reigns Universal title defense on pay-per-view as the Tribal Chief. But before we begin, be sure to click that subscribe button so you can stay updated with all our great content. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the thumbs up icon down below.
We told you that we could feel the whole hell was gonna break loose here
Tell me!
tonight.
Don't
And it
tell me!
is.
Mamma Mia! Mamma Mia! Are you kidding me?
Number 15 versus Goldberg Elimination Chamber 2022. For this event in Saudi Arabia, WWE sought the services of Goldberg to challenge for Reigns' Universal Championship. Reigns will defeat Goldberg in a quick 6-minute match. It's what you would expect from a Goldberg match, short and physical right out of the gate. While that can be enjoyable, everyone already expected that kind of match, and nobody bought into the possibility that Goldberg can dethrone Reigns heading into WrestleMania. Those expectations made this feel like a filler match with no significant stakes, which places this title defense at the bottom of the list. Number 14 versus Finn Balor, Extreme Rules 2021. Demon Balor felt like a legitimate threat to the Tribal Chief's championship reign. Their match at Extreme Rules was pretty good too. That was until the clunky, pathetic, and downright comedic finish. After taking a beating from Reigns, Demon Balor rises from the ashes, complete with red lighting and music, and goes Super Saiyan on the champion, only to be stopped by the ring rope snapping, causing him to fall on his ass. Reigns then capitalized with a spear for the win.
What? What the fuck?
The ending just made Balor look foolish and made Reigns look lucky instead of dominant. A great feud capped off by a great match, and all it took was an atrocious finish to ruin everything. Number 13 versus Brock Lesnar, Crown Jewel 2021. This match was scheduled before Reigns' title defense against Finn Balor. So when Reigns got lucky in that match, this bout with Lesnar at Crown Jewel was made official for the Universal title. Two things made this match stand out. 1. This is the first match between the two where Lesnar is the face and Reigns is the heel. Second, the question of where Paul Heyman's allegiances lied was an intriguing part of the storyline. And also, yeah, that was it. This felt like a shorter version of the usual Reigns-Lesnar matches that we've seen countless times. The finish, where Heyman threw the title between both Lesnar and Reigns while the ref was down, didn't confirm whose side Heyman was on. In the end, Reigns won with the help of the Usos to extend the feud. And this match felt like just that, a mere tool to extend the feud, rather than an actual title defense. Number 12 versus Jey Uso, Hell in a Cell 2020. The Tribal Chief and Jey Uso had a hell of a feud before they eventually joined forces. The feud culminated in this Hell in a Cell match with a unique stipulation. It was an I Quit Hell in a Cell match. Interesting twist, sure. But ultimately, it ended up as a better I Quit match than a great Hell in a Cell match. Reigns and Jey could have told this story without the involvement of the Cell, and it would have worked out fine. Nonetheless, this provided a satisfactory conclusion to the family rivalry between Reigns and Jey, and eventually paved the way to the establishment of the Bloodline. Number 11 versus Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 38. It was billed as the biggest match in WrestleMania history, and with the two top titles in WWE on the line, it certainly felt like so. But despite the hype around the WrestleMania 38 main event, it didn't live up to expectations. Don't get us wrong though, the match was fine, and it did have a big fight feel. But fine is not enough for a title-for-title match at the biggest stage of them all. Nonetheless, Reigns managed to defeat Lesnar, and with both the WWE and Universal titles in his possession, he established his place on top of the WWE mountain. Number 10 versus Seth Rollins, Royal Rumble 2022. This feud between the head of the table and the Visionary had a personal element, considering their past in the Shield. Rollins used Reigns' bitterness to his advantage, coming out to the match in his Shield gear and music. This might be the only time when the usually calm Tribal Chief was mentally outplayed by his challenger. Rollins had a huge chance to win the championship here, and the only reason he didn't is because Reigns got himself disqualified when he let his bitterness get to him and refused to let go of the guillotine on Rollins when the latter grabbed the bottom rope. Unfortunately, there was no rematch between the two, And the question if Seth Rollins can defeat Roman Reigns for the title remains hanging until today. Number 9 versus Kevin Owens, Royal Rumble 2021. Kevin Owens challenged Roman Reigns for the Universal title one last time here in a last man standing match. The match was wildly chaotic. It did have a minor mishap though, when Heyman failed to uncuff Reigns while he was incapacitated, forcing the ref to stop the 10 count. Still, it was an entertaining bout that put Owens over as a prize fighter who gave his all till the end. Number 8 versus Jey Uso at Clash of Champions. The feud provided an intriguing storyline that gave more depth to Reigns' new character as the head of the table. The match was an impressive one that showcased Jey's capabilities as a single star and the aggressive direction that Reigns' character was heading for. This was also notably Jey's first match for a singles title in WWE, and he put on a great performance. Number 7 versus Edge, Money in the Bank 2021. A very good match that proved that Edge hadn't lost a step and can still hang with the best superstars of the modern era. Edge could have won too, if not for the interference of one Seth Rollins. This was Edge's first one-on-one bout for a world title in 10 years, and the Hall of Famer delivered in a towering performance. Number 6 versus Kevin Owens, TLC 2020. The prize fighter challenged the head of the table to a TLC match for the Universal title. What followed was a balls-to-the-wall fight that showcased the tenacity of Owens and the ruthlessness of Reigns as they battled for the Universal Championship. Owens displayed a fight like never before, but ultimately came up short when Reigns choked him off the ladder, allowing the Tribal Chief to unhook the title for the win. Number 5 versus Daniel Bryan, Fastlane 2021. The match featured Edge as a special guest enforcer and went for almost 30 minutes. A thrilling match all throughout that featured great wrestling and lots of chaos towards the end. It did have an odd finish where Edge attacked both Bryan and Reigns with a chair, which allowed Reigns to pin Bryan and retain. But don't let that take away from the fun of this match. Watch it if you haven't yet. Number 4 versus Cesaro, WrestleMania Backlash 2021. Claudio Castagnoli has finally won a Wrestling World title to the joy of us wrestling fans who have long believed that the man has deserved it for a long time. But before Claudio won the Ring of Honor World title, WWE was generous enough to finally give him a spot in the main event in 2021. Then known as Cesaro, the Swiss Superman challenged the head of the table for the Universal title at WrestleMania Backlash that year. It went on to become one of Cesaro's best WWE matches, and proved that he belonged in the main event scene. Cesaro gave Reigns all he had, and the Tribal Chief was pushed to the limit in one of his best title defenses to date. Number 3 versus John Cena, SummerSlam 2021. At the time, the SummerSlam match against John Cena was the Tribal Chief's biggest match since winning the Universal title the previous year. It made for a big money match at the biggest party of the summer, and the two delivered in spades. Cena showed that he still got it, but 2021 was just the year of the Tribal Chief, and after a hard-fought battle, Reigns was able to put down the WWE legend. Number 2 versus Edge and Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 37. The three superstars managed to put on a hell of a Mania main event. Reigns entered the match with a huge chip on his shoulder and two of the very best vying for his title. What followed was one of the best triple threat matches in recent years. And after lots of twists and turns, the head of the table delivered as promised, by literally smashing, stacking, and pinning both Edge and Daniel Bryan to retain the championship. And number 1 versus Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam 2022. The latest title defense on the list is also one of the most talked about matches in recent memory. At SummerSlam last month, Brock Lesnar challenged Roman Reigns one last time for the Universal title in a last man standing match. Now it's expected that last man standing matches will be chaotic, but no one was prepared for the carnage of this bout. The climax of the match featured Lesnar flipping the ring with a tractor in an effort to put Reigns down for the 10 count. Despite his efforts, the Beast simply couldn't overcome the bloodline, and after a hard-fought battle, they managed to bury the Beast under ringside rubble for the 10 count. With this final victory against Lesnar, the Tribal Chief cemented his place as the most dominant force in WWE today. Acknowledge him. And there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed our ranking. Do you agree with us? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, leave us with a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more great content. Until next time.
Off the ropes, always untamed. On guard when I step in the ring. WWE, all eyes on me. King of the ring, who you came to see? It's a big show, so let your friends know. Only the strong survive. Face to face, look your opponent up in the eyes. Crowd cheering, fan favorite, I'm the main event. Had them all waiting. My finish move, they anticipate.